Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. We're going to be doing a love binding spell today. This is something that you should not do ever, really, but I'm actually not performing the ritual. I'm just going to show you how the ritual is done. You know, how you choose to use magic is 100% on you. There is karma for everything you do, so choose wisely. But here we go. So I've got male and female candle, which I just need to use because they're horrible. They did not turn out well when I made them because I had mixed waxes by accident. So I've already etched these guys with the names of, whoever, we're pretending these are. Just like on this piece of paper, I've got your name, their name. And as you know, I always like to do things on a plate of salt. I've already cast my circle. I've petitioned who I'm going to use. Again, 100% up to you. This is also a space I use often. So it's not like I've got to worry too much about what I'm doing here. This is my space. I do this all the time. So, like I said, petitioned them. I've already etched who they're supposed to be. And then I'll take a white piece of paper, and I'm going to assume you're going to do it for yourself. If not, you'd put one of the people's names here, the other name there. You could also put their birthdays. Then you're going to write your intention here. Forever love each other. Pretty simple. Then you can take a binding oil. I've got this one I made. Pretty fresh. You could also use vanilla. You could use rose water. Just dab your corners. Now, the two names need to be folded together. Okay? And then you're going to fold again. And you're going to fold like this. And you're going to fold like this. Kind of like making an airplane. Cute, huh? Alright, I'm going to put it here. Take some more of the salt. We're going to cover it up. And we're going to bury it. Because we're going to sit the two people on top of this. Or try to. Hopefully they'll sit well. Alright. So now we're going to set the two people that we have anointed in our binding oil. And now they don't want to sit well. Well, that's okay. Once they get to burning, they will. That's why when I make these candles, I always make the wicks long so you can tie them. And that'll help hold these two together also. Hardest part is trying to balance them. Alright. Don't forget to do your intention. These two shall always be in love, blah, 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 forever and ever and always, always. And then I'm going to use a little pepper. There's some pepper in my binding oil. Because you want it to be quick. You don't want to be like 2 months from now. When you're doing these spells, you want it right then. I'm also going to put some roses for love. There's also rose water in my binding oil I used. And you got to think lovey thoughts. Lovey-dovey. Got to be it. So someone tells you, they can do any magic at any time. Magic's emotion. Magic's how you feel. And if I'm in a foul mood, you don't want me doing your love spell. Same as if I'm in a lovey mood. You don't want me doing your nasty spell. Alright, so I'm also going to use A little cinnamon, just a sprinkle for some love. Like I said, most of it is already in my binding oil that I've used on these two. I also have all the ingredients I used in there in my binding powder. It was what I strained from the oil, and then I ground up to make it into a binding powder. So this is going to be a pretty strong binding if I were actually binding somebody. Yarrow. I'm going to use a little yarrow. It's always good. And you can ask the spirits to help you with this if you work with any particular ones that know you. Unless you've worked with Aphrodite before and have honored her before, she is the love goddess. But, you know, I wouldn't just randomly ask her, like you wouldn't want someone who you don't even know randomly coming up to you and asking you a favor. Same idea. They don't take kindly to that. So, if you haven't talked to her before, you might want to start trying to get to know her prior to doing something like this if you intend to use her. You can use your normal gods and goddesses and deities, ancestors, spirit guides, whomever you choose to work with to do this. Now we light the candle. And now we let them burn. Never leave an open flame. Always keep an eye on it. Always keep it in check. Do this outside if you can. If you have neighbors that, don't particularly understand. Put these guys in a giant tub, or in your bathtub. Just make sure you move the curtain away so that nobody, catches your curtain on fire or your washcloths or towels. Make sure you got your intentions going on here. And I sometimes will hold them together if they don't want to stay together until they get melting really good. Alright, so that's it, my loves. We will come back when this is burnt down a bit, so don't waste your sweet time or mine. Mesmerizing. We're going to let it completely burn out. And then when you're done, what you do is scrape this up, let it cool off so you don't get burnt. You can either throw away the whole plate into a black trash bag, plastic bag, and you can bury it, or you can simply throw it away in your trash. Make sure not to litter, especially some of the stuff that we use. You don't want to really put that in the soil. So more than likely, if I can't get the wax off this plate, which it looks like I will be able to pretty easily, I'll just fold the wax in on itself once it's cooled a little bit, make a wax ball, and then either bury that or throw that away. But thank you for stopping in. I'll be joining you every week on Wicked Wednesdays to celebrate and to share more spells. If there's any particular spell you wish to know about or know how to do, or even something simple like casting a circle or anything, I'll be happy to share with you. We can do another book review also. So yeah, just let me know what you're looking for. Thank you for stopping in, and I will see you next week. Blessed be, witches.